All right, so here we are on the floor, and the first one I'm going to demonstrate is falling backwards. This is a really common one when our stomach muscles go on vacation, because when we trip on something, we're not able to bring our shoulders over our body weights to be able to recover from that fall. So then we end up going back like this. So what ends up happening is that you end up in a laying down position like this, okay? So if you're in this situation, I want you to try to imagine that you're actually in your bed and you want to go and check the time on the clock. So you're going to bring your feet up. You'll probably roll over and look at the clock over here. Now you're on your side, okay? You're going to take this hand, put it right by your head. Our goal is we're going to try to free up this arm. So you're going to push up, bring that arm behind you, and now bring those knees up as high as you can, because you're trying to get ready to get onto all fours, right? So you're going to push with this side, get onto those knees, and now we're going to try to crawl to a surface, stand up, and try to use your strong leg and to push up from. And the cue I teach is nose over the toes and stick your bottom up in the air. So you're going to lean forward, nose over the toes, and that unweights your leg to be able to stand up, turn around, and sit down there, okay? All right, so the other one that happens a lot is falling forwards. So this is one that happens a lot if you trip on something and you put your hands out to stop the fall. Hopefully, if you haven't dislocated your shoulder or broken a wrist, you'll be in this position like this, okay? And we're going to try to use a Parkinson's wellness recovery technique to get up. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands down like this, and your goal is to try to push up as high as you can possibly get, okay? This is also known as Cobra in yoga, if you guys are familiar with that. So you're going to do, in one motion, push up as high as you can and just swing your back legs over like this. And this is the child's pose. So when you're up in this position, now I'm on all fours again. So let's do that one more time. So you're down here like this, I've fallen. You bring your arms up as close to your body as you can. Push your chest up and pull yourself back. And here we are on all fours, where I can crawl to a place again. Now let's say, for example, I'm in the middle of a big open space and I don't have the energy to crawl over. So in that situation, you might look around and see if there's a chair nearby that you can pull over to you. What you want to do then is try to keep using a power technique called power up, which is you come down like this and you power up so that you can be onto your knees again. And if you had that chair, great. You could bring it forward so that you'd have hand support. Push yourself up and sit in the chair. If you didn't have that and you have reasonable strength in your legs, you could pull that strong leg up, do the same thing, nose over your toes, to unweight your body, pull up, stick that bottom in the air, and then you could walk yourself up. And just come up slowly, because you want to make sure your blood pressure is a bit more normalized before you walk over to the couch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you would talk somebody into being able to get into that position. So I have a lovely volunteer here who is going to come and lay on the floor, and she's going to lay on her back first. So here she goes on the floor. All right, great. So, like we said, we're going to cue her to turn and look at the clock. So she's really in bed. So we're going to get those knees up as high as we can go. And that helps with biomechanics, right? Because as your knees go over, it's helping everything roll over. So she's going to take this hand and she's going to try to reach, and you could push, help her get onto that side. She pushes her hand by her head. And then what she does is we're going to prepare to get onto all fours. So I want to cue her to bring her knees up as high as she can, right? Because she's going to be on all fours, and then she's going to come over, and I would push her hip over to help her, okay? And now she can crawl over to the couch to come up, and if she needs help here, I might be able to help her to go and sit down. All right? Okay. Wonderful. So now we're going to see her on her belly. So she's going to come down and lay on her belly, and you can face the camera if you like. So there she goes back down. All right. Okay, so this is the one where we're doing the Cobra. So we're going to cue her to take her hands and put them back as far as she can, okay? Because she wants to lift her upper body up as high as she can to get onto those knees, all right? Some people need a bit of momentum with that, so you could help her by pulling her up like that, all right? Once she's in this position, again, she could crawl. If there was really nothing around, I would suggest having her do the power up position, which she would go from this position and push up from the floor into a power up, okay? And now she would take her strong knee and bring her strong knee up, okay? And in this position, I would probably be able to help her push up. So she would nose over the toes, and she would stick her bottom up in the air. And there she goes, all right? That was a major accomplishment. So you can go and sit down over there.